Totally baseless.
Hey, it's Totally Baseless. My name's John, and with me is a guy who fought in the Kumite, the super secret underground full contact fighting competition. Welcome, Dave.
Hey, and you can call me Frank Dukes.
Okay, your fighting name. Got it.
Yes.
All right. And a guy who bought the soundtrack to Karate Kid because he's the best around.
I am a man who will fight for your honor.
Yes. Yeah. Welcome, Dan. All right. This week's trivia competition. Trivia question. I don't know if you're going to get this right away, but I have a backup thing too. So let's see. Let's see if you get this. This is from a quote from a classic comedy. You can tell me where the comedy's from or what's the name of the comedy and who said it, the character's name. Because I know you'll know the actor's name. Who said? All right. Give me ham. On 5, hold the mayo.
Ooh. What we have to name the movie and then
what movie is it
character?
from? But I thought if you guys both get it, then...
Jack Nicholson.
No.
5 Easy Pieces. No.
No. That's the whole put the chicken between.
Yeah.
I want you to hold it between your knees.
Give me ham. It's from Airplane.
Yes, Airplane. That's right, Dan. Got it. And you know who said it?
It's
the character's
the
name.
Mayo Clinic. It's Peter Graves.
It's Peter Graves.
Is it?
Yeah.
I was gonna say Leslie Nielsen. Because wasn't Leslie Nielsen the doctor?
He comes in later in the movie. Yeah, this is near the beginning. He's Captain Clarence Over.
What's our Clarence?
Roger.
Right. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is Roger, right? He likes to fly planes on the weekends, apparently. All right. Good one. Dad pulled it out.
Yeah.
From where? I don't know.
But
he got it. Okay.
Now I won't know one of my kids' birthdays, but I got that.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Let's go to our first article in the news. Swollen eyes, a hunchback, and claw-like hands. Yes, my last blind date. But actually, a model of what remote workers will look like decades from now. Very, very biased, I'll say right at the beginning, because it's from a company called Furniture at Work. So super suspect.
That's what I was gonna say. Really, can we really trust a company that's named Furniture at Work to give you an objective? This is what happens if you don't go back to work. We need furniture.
Exactly.
We need
to
to
use fear tactics to get you in there. And the model that they came up with for this looks like one of the monsters from Resident Evil or something. It's really
totally.
It's really bad.
Yeah. Trying to scare you back to work. Please,
too much screen exposure has caused poor posture as well as highlighting potential mental health issues, which does sound like my wife, actually.
And they're like, but if you go back to work, we have the ergonomic chairs that we can sell you for.
Yeah,
right. Was there like another picture of like some like supermodel with like perfect posture? Like, see, she has been working in the office for the last 20 years.
Yeah.
I'm
like, their stand-up desk or ergonomic keyboard.
Yeah. Yes, Taylor Swift never works from home.
Yeah, it's kind of like this is your brain on drugs. It's like scared straight, scared back to work.
Yeah. I wonder if Elon Musk owns that company.
That was my other thought. I'm like, this is an Elon Musk production.
Gotta go back to work. Gotta go back to the office.
The best is when you keep scrolling, they show her like sitting on a bed with like a dog dish and like bonbons.
It would be pretty sexist, but they do have the male version as well.
Yeah. I like it. Future gamer on his shirt. Like they're going all in on like loserdom. But why is he
podcaster? Like it's a future podcaster, right on it.
Wait a minute. That looks like me.
Why is he wearing a Totally Baseless t-shirt? Come on.
Yeah, there you go.
Totally Baseball merch.
Yeah.
I think that's what we should go with that guy's picture.
I like the has like 20 different things going wrong with his body. PlayStation thumb. trigger finger, Nintendo arthritis.
Yeah, why are all his maladies based on video game titles?
But Mom, I have an Xbox.
Shut up, Junior. Read the study.
Yeah. So very, very biased about a furniture company who does ergonomic work chairs and the like. But yeah, not scientific at all.
What? It's evolution, baby.
Yeah. It looks like it's more like 7,000 years in the future.
You mean the Daily Mail isn't giving us hard-hitting objective news?
Hey, don't slam the Daily Mail. That's our number one source.
It's our bread and butter. Well, I don't know. It sounds like people are pretty messed up already. We don't need to go into the future to find nut jobs. A guy in Illinois, for example, who you would think he's getting ready to move to Florida, actually shot himself while he was dreaming that there was a burglar breaking into his house. So he shot the gun, fired at his dream intruder, a very handsome man, actually breaking into his house, and shot himself in the leg. The bullet went through into the bed, and but fortunately, he's apparently going to be okay.
I can see this happening because I've had those dreams where I'm peeing in a really nice bathroom, and I end up wet in the bed. I mean, but my daughter has had those dreams.
Somebody I've heard
people had those kind of dreams. Yes, I've had a dream.
Well, I don't know. She's a little bit old for that too.
But at least the worst that can happen to you there is that you get a little wet, right? And embarrassed as hell.
So this guy is dreaming that they're burglars, and he shoots at himself.
Like, I never understand those people that sleep with the gun underneath their pillow. I'm like how scared do you have to be that someone's going to break into your house that you need a gun under your pillow?
Those ghost burglars.
Oh, yeah.
We got to get them ghost burglars.
The guy was probably on Molly.
Or I'm thinking he was probably dreaming Molly was on him, because if he sat up and shot himself in the leg, something just doesn't compute. I'm no coroner or forensic expert, but if you're
just saying that as long as he didn't pee the bed, it's all good. But he figuratively shot the bed, though.
Yeah. But he literally shot himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's worried a bit too much if it's even getting into his dreams.
Talk about stress, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I've had those nightmares about work, but
yeah, he said it was a burglar dream, but maybe it was his boss
shooting his boss.
Yeah, take that.
Yeah, it was a burglar. I dreamed there was a burglar, and I tried to shoot the burglar. Also, he was self-employed.
Yeah, exactly. Well, the real-life investigators found no evidence of a burglary, but the investigators in his dream took the perpetrator and locked him away.
Who was it? The dream police?
Oh,
well
played.
You know, I just underhand these slow pitches to you. All right,
that's a cheap trick.
You got me. That's what I was about to say that.
Just a second too slow there, huh? All right.
I guess he surrendered that one.
All right. Before we go too far on that, a flight attendant was charged for calling in a bomb threat to stop her ex-boyfriend from running off on a vacation with his new girlfriend. And I think that explains why none of us have a passionate Latina wife.
That's why she's the ex-girlfriend, right? I mean, imagine right. What he had to deal with when they were together.
Well, the best is they both were like flight attendants on the same plane all the time.
Yeah, you can never get away from her.
You should have seen this one coming, dude.
He's like, how did she know? She's on the plane with you, fool.
Yeah. Well, that's right. They were like on the same flight together, like the guy and his new girlfriend.
Yeah.
And the ex-girlfriend was the flight attendant.
Another glass of
Yeah.
wine.
Yeah.
A little
Maybe
bit of
fly on a
spit.
different airline, dude.
Don't be so cheap. You won't get
Yeah, rub it together, yeah.
you won't get your trip canceled because of a flight because of a bomb threat. Spend a little money.
Also more proof that the Argentinians are assholes, though.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh, we just lost well, no listeners, actually. You can't take
You might gain a few. Come on.
You can't take something from zero.
Everybody knows the Argentinians are kind of jerky.
Well, she went all the way. It wasn't just like, oh, there's a bomb on the flight. She said there's 3 bombs on the flight. And she said, check the airplane because it's going to blow up in 1,000 pieces. So, yeah, she wasn't cool with the whole breakup.
I like how her daughter ratted her out, I guess. Not cool, Mom. Not on my phone.
Use my phone.
Yeah. Yeah. She used the daughter's phone. Yeah, that was not cool.
Not cool, Mom. I mean, if you want to do that on your own phone.
Yeah.
Not on mine.
Yeah. Was she more upset about her mom committing a crime or like her mom like using her minutes? It's like,
yeah, I think it was her mom using her phone. Yeah.
Yeah. Next time you call in a bomb threat, Mom, don't use my data plan.
Use a burner like everybody else.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Right. That's got to be the Gen Z response. You're not mad at the criminal act. You're mad that somebody used your phone.
And they were technically incompetent. Dude, use a VPN and a burner phone. What are you? Well, that's a little bit better than what happened in our next story. A guy was hiking in the woods when he found what he thought to be a body. He notified investigators, and it just turned out to be a sex doll that was abandoned in the woods. And I don't know what's weirder, somebody abandoning their sex doll or the guy not checking to see if this was a real body.
Yeah.
What's weird is if that was a sex doll, man, that dude's crazy. Whoever it was. I'm like, what kind of he's having super rough sex with the sex doll.
Yeah. I murdered the sex doll and buried its body in the woods.
Yeah. That's his sexual fantasy.
He's like, I'm crazy, but I'm not a murderer.
Yeah.
I'm just right on the line.
I buy a bunch of sex dolls and kill them.
I don't actually kill people. That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
You wonder if the police had to run more tests. Yeah, we're gonna have to confiscate the sex doll and run some tests.
We're gonna take this with us.
Yeah, right.
Why did it take them so long to figure this out? I mean, they called the cops, and then the cops had to call in the CSI guys, and the CSIs had to call the medical examiner.
Yeah, there's no foul smell emanating from the body, and there's no decomposition whatsoever.
You know, like a Mattel logo on it.
Yeah. Right.
Hey, the fact that it doesn't look real should have been your first clue.
It was still in the Barbie box.
We have to call 8 levels of people to figure out if this is like, what kind of police training do you have where you can't tell?
And I guess the sheriff was so pumped to tweet something out, right? He tweeted out, "Oh, found a dead body. You know, our people are on it." A little while later, oh, my bad. It wasn't really a dead body. I jumped the gun a little bit.
We've solved the crime. No one has died, right? That's a win-win, really.
But now there's a missing sex doll.
Yeah.
Someone stole the sex doll.
Looking at you, deputy.
You'd have to clean it up, though.
Eat the sex doll and that marijuana over there and that beer.
Party after work.
Yeah.
And there were some unidentified stains on the quote-unquote body.
Oh.
Let's move on to something more wholesome, like a good old-fashioned pastor who praises suicide bombers and demands Christians lay down their lives for the gospel. He praises the Muslim suicide bombers as making progress because they're willing to sacrifice their lives for their religion, and Christians haven't been as eager to blow themselves up, which is, he says, is why they're pulling ahead of the Christians.
We're being left behind, guys. Come on, hurry it up. I want to see some of you guys give your souls for the Lord.
Have you seen the Muslims? They're blowing up.
Isn't this what Carl the Barber used to tell us about Asian kids being smarter than us?
Americans are so lazy. Look at this.
So
now we
lazy.
got the Muslims beating us. I like my Christianity, back
Like
from
I like
the
my
60s.
Men. What?
Yeah. Like in the 60s and 70s when it was, peace and love. When it was the peaceful Jesus, love your neighbor. Yeah, not this new Christian right Jesus where they're trying
Rambo Jesus.
Yeah, they're trying to butch him up. Like he's not a peacenik. No, he's like Rambo.
I believe it's in his name, the Prince of Peace.
That's propaganda, man.
You got to blow yourself up for Christ. It's like, no.
They're going back like old school, right? They're going back Old Testament. Yeah, they're like, forget Jesus. Let's go back to just when God was God. Gave his only son. Pussy.
Yeah, Christianity went downhill when it became about Christ. Like, what? We want some fire with brimstone.
It's
Give
in the
all
name.
your riches away. I'm done. Okay, let's switch this up a little bit. It's like now, yeah, you're right. It is kind of like it is like a mix of Patrick Bateman and John Rambo.
Yeah, it's like Alpha Christ. It's like
it's not your father's Christ.
Yeah. You know what the problem with Christians these days is? They're too peaceful. They're not willing to kill people. Like no. So why doesn't Father Kent lead by example?
Exactly.
There you go.
It's easy to tell everybody else to do it, right?
Yeah. Well, I would, but I got bone spurs, so I can't blow myself up. I'm the leader of the flock. I just tell other people.
Don't do as I do. Do as I say.
Well, that also does sound like the Muslims.
Yeah, you always want to be the guy telling them.
You're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong.
Listen, guys. You guys got to get better at this. You guys need to start blowing yourselves up. You guys. My job is to spread the word of God. Your job is to go out and do it.
You're just conducting the Holy Spirit.
Yeah, he's working through me.
So it's like all the talking heads on ESPN that always say like how bad the team sucks, but they've never actually played a sport. And another thing,
I'd have got that.
The Stephen A.
Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah. That guy is the Stephen A. Smith of Christianity.
But also, if Christians start blowing themselves up, won't there be none left? And then Muslims will.
If there are more Christians like that, there'd be less Christians like that. Well, not surprisingly, he's a Trump-loving MAGA pastor and conspiracy theorist. Let's see. He has repeatedly declared that God will soon start killing wicked elected officials.
That's what you should have led by, right? That would explain everything else this guy was saying.
Well, if you want to kill wicked elected officials, we wouldn't have any left.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of a broad statement there.
Yeah, who gets to judge the severity of the wickedness?
Right. Yeah.
This guy's just a liar.
On which side of the aisle, right?
I think this guy hasn't. I don't know if he's picked up a Bible lately. Like turn the other cheek and let he who is without sin cast the first stone.
He only read up until the end of the Old Testament. He didn't read the New Testament. He's like,
there's
shit.
more.
There's more.
He does say everything God, nothing about Jesus. So yeah, you have a point there.
Yeah, to be continued. Oh wait, what? That's how it ends?
No, it was the Old Testament was perfectly fine. Why did they go blow it with all this love and peace stuff?
The liberal testament.
Yeah.
The woke. Jesus was too woke. That's the problem.
Yeah. What is this? The woke testament? Come on.
Give away your wealth to the poor. Oh, come on. This sounds like some Obama care bullshit.
I like when God's making you kill your kid to show him how much you love him.
And smiting people.
Yeah. Some old Abraham action.
Give me some smiting.
Jesus curing a leper. That sounds suspiciously like Obamacare.
Socialized medicine. That's what
How much did he pay Jesus? Nothing.
Dang, commie.
Exactly. Jesus S. Christ for socialist.
Who'd have thought a centuries-old book, verbally passed on through hundreds of different languages, could be misinterpreted? Man.
In today's day and age, on Twitter.
Got 140 characters. Let me get this right.
Yeah. Well, God bless you, Pastor Kent Christmas, and may the light of Jesus' forgiveness and peace shine down upon you. And all of you listening, for being this patient to make it this far, please hit subscribe, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Father Christmas asking for a machine gun.
Oh, this thing sucked.